Data types in Excel. In Excel, there are 3 different types of data that you can enter in a spreadsheet. These are A. Labels. A label is an important entry in Excel. The label is used to define the information on the spreadsheet, that is, heading of columns, titles, and names. It is any text besides phone numbers, formulas, etc. We do not do any mathematical calculations on labels. Labels are aligned on the left side of a cell. B. Values or numbers. Values are numeric data on which mathematical calculations are performed. This type of data includes characters 0 to 9 and special characters such as minus, plus sign, open square bracket, slash, question mark, greater than, smaller than, percentage sign, etc. The numbers and characters are always aligned on the right side of the cell. C. Formula. A formula is a mathematical expression used to do simple and complex calculations of the numeric data inserted in a cell or a range of cells. A formula always begins with an equal to sign. Example, equal A2 plus B2. Different ways to enter a formula. There are mainly 2 ways to enter a formula in a worksheet. Typing the formula directly in the cell. In this way, the formula is directly typed in the cell. After typing an equal sign as follows. After entering the formula in the cell, press the Enter key. When the Enter key is pressed, result of the formula appears in the cell. Typing the formula in the formula bar. In this way, we can type the formula in formula bar after selecting the cell as follows. After entering the formula, when we press the Enter key from the keyboard, the result will appear. Understanding cell range. A group of selected cells is called a range. The selected cells should be in continuation to form a range. When a range is selected in a worksheet, a rectangular shape is formed. We can use a cell range to perform a calculation on multiple cells. The address of a range is created by using the starting and the ending cell addresses separated by a colon sign. For example, if we have selected the cells from B2 to E3, then the address of the range will be B2 colon E3. Selecting a range in a worksheet. We can select a range by using the mouse and by using the Shift key. By using the mouse, perform the following steps to select a range by using the mouse. Step 1. Click on the first cell from which you want to start the range. Step 2. Press and hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse diagonally to select the desired range. Step 3. Release the mouse button on the cell up to which you want to select the range. The range gets selected. By using the Shift key, perform the following steps to select a range by using the Shift key. Step 1. Click on the first cell from which you want to start the range. Step 2. Press and hold the Shift key down from the keyboard and click on the last cell up to which you want to make selection. Step 3. Release the Shift key. The range gets selected. Naming a cell range. Excel allows us to assign a name to a cell range. This name can be used in place of cell address in formulas. Perform the following steps to assign a name to a cell range. Step 1. Select the range of cells to which you want to assign a name. Step 2. Click on the Formulas tab from the ribbon. Step 3. Click on the Define Name command under the Defined Names group. The New Name dialog box appears. Step 4. Type the name and click on the OK button. The assigned name gets appeared in the name box. Now, we can use this name in place of cell address in formulas. Cell referencing in formulas and its types. A cell reference is a cell address that can be used in a formula to denote a specific cell. A formula may contain reference of other cells. In such case, the result of a formula depends on the values in the referenced cells. In case you make any change in the referenced cells, the result will automatically be changed. To see how this works, enter 10 in cell A1. Now select cell A2 and type equal A1 multiplied by 2 and press Enter key. The value in cell A2 is 20. If you change the value in cell A1 from 10 to any value, the value in cell A2 will also change. Cell references are especially helpful when you create complex formulas. There are three types of cell references used in Excel: relative, absolute, and mixed. Relative references. In relative reference, you actually refer to cell that is above or below and left or right to a number of rows or columns. When a formula that possesses a relative reference is copied from one cell to another cell, the value in the copied cell also changes. To use the relative cell reference, perform the following steps. Step 1. Select the cell that contains the formula in which the reference of other cells is used. In this case, we have selected the cell D3, which contains the equal B3 multiplied by C3 formula to calculate the amount to be paid for the product. Step 2. Click on the Copy command from the clipboard group under the Home tab. Step 3. Select another cell in which you want to copy the formula and click on the Paste command from the clipboard group under the Home tab. Notice in the formula bar that the cell address that you have used in the formula gets changed accordingly. Absolute references. If you wish to maintain the original references as they were, then you should make use of the absolute references. If you want to make the formula retain the original reference when it is copied, then you should precede the column reference and the row reference by a dollar symbol. For example, if you want to give a discount of 10% on each product, then the discount will remain same for all the products. To calculate the amount to be paid, you should add the dollar sign with the cell that contains the discount percentage. In this case, the discount percentage is given in cell D3. Hence, the formula will be equal to open bracket, another bracket, B3 multiplied by C3 outside the bracket minus double brackets B3 multiplied by C3 close bracket multiplied by open bracket dollar sign D3 dollar sign 3 close brackets. When you copy the formula to the next cell, address of the cell D3 will remain same as shown. Mixed references. A mixed reference is a reference that refers to a specific row or column. It is basically a combination of relative and absolute references. In some situations, you may need to make the cell reference as mixed reference so that you can lock either a column or a row by preceding it with a dollar symbol. For example, $A1 or $A. References to other worksheets. You can refer to cells in other worksheets within the same workbook just as easily as you refer to cells in the same worksheet. For example, to enter a reference to cell A2 in sheet 2 into cell A1 in sheet 1, do this. Step 1. Select cell A1 in sheet 1 and type an equal sign. Step 2. Click the Sheet 2 tab. Step 3. Click cell A2 and then press Enter key. When you press Enter key, sheet 1 is now active. Step 4. Select cell A1 and you will see that it contains the formula equal sheet 2 exclamation A2. The exclamation point separates the worksheet portion of the reference from the cell portion. Functions. Functions are predefined formulas in Excel to perform both simple and complex calculations. They accept arguments and return values. They accept formulas and return values. Arguments are input to the functions. These arguments can be numbers or text. The values should be given in between opening and closing parentheses. Rules for using functions. All Excel functions must begin with equal sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name. Function must be allowed by opening and closing parentheses. Most of the functions must contain an argument within it. Categories of functions. Excel provides many categories of functions. Some of them are statistical functions. Calculates the maximum, minimum, average, etc. of a set of numeric data. Date and time functions. Calculates the day, month and year in a date and the hour, minute and second at a particular time. Mathematical functions. Calculates the square root or absolute value of a number, product of numbers, etc. Logical functions. Evaluates conditions such as x is greater than 5 and give the result as true or false. Text functions. Performs a number of operations on strings, that is a collection of characters like hello, friend, computer, etc. such as finding the length of a string, joining two strings, searching for one string inside another, etc. Let us discuss these categories in detail. Mathematical functions. Sum, range. It returns the sum of a range. Input equals sum into parentheses 4, 8, 12, 16. Output 40. Product range. It multiplies the values in a range of cells. Input equal product into parentheses 4, 2, 8. Output 64. MOD. Mode. Number divisor. It returns the remainder after a number is divided by the divisor. Input MOD into parentheses 8, 5. Output 3. Square root. SQRT number. It returns the square root of the given number. Input SQRT into parentheses 81. Output 9. INT. Integer number. It rounds number to an integer value. It rounds number to an integer value. Input INT into parentheses 14.25. Output 14. Power, number, power. It returns the result of a number raised to some power. Input power into parentheses 5, 3. Output 125. Count, range. It returns the count of the number of values in the selected range. Input equal count into parentheses 4, 8, 12. Output 3. Round, number, number underscore of underscore digits. It returns a number after rounding to the specified digits. Input round into parentheses 35.666, 2. Output 35.67. ABS number, absolute number. It returns the absolute value of a given number. Input equal ABS into parentheses minus 25. Output 25. Let us use the mathematical functions in Excel. Perform the following steps to use the mathematical functions. Step 1. Type the following data in Excel worksheet. Step 2. To calculate the price of pencils, type equal product into parentheses B3 colon C3 function in the cell D3. Step 3. Press the Enter key from the keyboard. When you press the Enter key, price of the pencils appears in the cell D3. Using the autofill feature, we can calculate the prices of the geometry boxes and pens. Step 4. To calculate the subtotal, type the equal sum into parenthesis D3 colon D5 in the cell D6. Step 5. Press the Enter key from the keyboard. When you press the Enter key, subtotal appears in the cell D6. Step 6. Calculate the tax by using the equal into parenthesis D6 multiplied by 7 divided by 100 formula. Step 7. Calculate the total by using the equal to sum into parenthesis D6 colon D7 function. Final output appears as text functions. Concatenate text 1, text 2. It joins together two or more different text strings. Input concatenate into bracket, double quotes touch, double quotes pad, close. Output touchpad. Left into parenthesis text, number underscore chars underscore chars. It returns the specified number of characters from the left side of the text string. Input equal left into parenthesis inside double quotes touch, 3. Right text, number underscore chars. It returns the specified number of characters from the right side of the text string. Input equal right into parenthesis double quotes touch, 3. Output UCH. Len into parenthesis text. It returns the length of the text string. Input equal len into parenthesis and double quotes touch. Output 5. Upper text. It converts the text string into uppercase. Input upper into parenthesis double quotes touch. Output touch in uppercase. Lower into bracket text. It converts the text string into lowercase. Input lower into parenthesis and double quotes touch. Output touch in lowercase. Let us use the text functions by performing the following steps. Step 1. Type the following data in the Excel worksheet. Step 2. Type equal concatenate into parenthesis A3, B3 function in the cell C3 to concatenate the first name and last name. Step 3. Press the Enter key from the keyboard. When you press the Enter key, first name and last name appear after concatenation. Logical functions. Max into bracket or into parenthesis range. It returns the largest value in the given range. Input max into parenthesis 4, 16, 12, 9. Output 16. Min range. It returns the smallest value in the given range. Input equal min into parenthesis 4, 16, 12, 9. Output 4. Average into parenthesis range. It returns the average of the given numbers in a range. Input average into parenthesis 12, 3, 6. Output 7. If into parenthesis condition, value 1, value 2. It checks whether the given condition met and returns value 1 if the condition evaluates to true and returns value 2 if the condition evaluates to false. Percentage equal 80. Input equal if into parenthesis percentage greater than or equal to 50, passed in double quotes, failed in double quotes. Output passed. Let us use the logical functions in Excel. Perform the following steps to use the logical functions. Step 1. Type the following data in the Excel worksheet. Step 2. Type equal max into parenthesis B3 colon F3 function in the cell G3 to find the maximum marks. Step 3. Press the Enter key from the keyboard. When you press the Enter key, the maximum marks appear in the cell G3. Using the autofill feature, find the maximum marks of each student. Similarly, we can find the minimum marks by using the min function. Date and time functions. Today, into parenthesis, it returns the current date. Input today and parenthesis. Output 7/23/2019. Month, into parenthesis today, it returns the current month. Equal month, into parenthesis today. Output 7. Year, into parenthesis today, it returns the current year. Year, into parenthesis today, output 2019. Day, into parenthesis today, it returns the current day. Input equal day, into parenthesis today, output 23. Now, into parenthesis, it returns the current system date and time. Input now into parenthesis. Output 21st 21-05-2020 11:24. Hour, time, it returns the hour for a given time. Input equal hour into parenthesis now, output 11. Minute, into parenthesis time, it returns the minutes for a given time. Input minute into parenthesis now, output 24. Let us use the date functions in Excel by performing the following steps. Step 1. Type equal to day into parenthesis in the cell. Step 2. Press the Enter key from the keyboard. When you press the Enter key, the current date appears in the cell. We can also give the reference of a cell containing the date to the month into parenthesis function. Similarly, we can use the year parenthesis and day parenthesis functions to get the year and day from a date respectively.